That's part of the fun of going every year. I usually stop into Lambeau and watch a training session or two. Of course, my Browns are starting to prepare for this coming season. Brand new coach, new attitude, tough schedule.
And Brian Voss says he has a new push away.
Worked pretty well in the semifinal. Let's see what happens in the title match. 6-pin just whistles around the 10.
And you see Brian grimace at that already. He wanted to get out of the gate quick and just get ahead in this match early.
Thing that's so interesting about this game is that sometimes your best shots end up in 10 pins. And you go out there and throw a so-so shot, and the 6-pin kind of lays around, comes out of the gutter, and hits the 10.
Well, that's happened to all of us.
The key is to make sure that you convert the 10, which Brian Voss does, to open up the title game. Didn't take long. Ball was already in hand.
Well, since the 25-second rule, these guys don't fool around. You know, it cost them 100 the first time and 1,000 after that. So.
Devers, with that excellent concentration, opens up with a strike as he kicks out the 6.
Trip of that 6-pin right away, playing close to the second arrow. Loop in that swing really pronounced right now, but when we get a chance to look at him, if we can look at him from behind, you'll see that from the top of that swing right on down, Dan, he's like anybody else. As we see Vice President of Sales at Columbia, Brian Flanner, who his wife is expecting. They have a baby in January.
Mm-hmm. Devers for the double, and that is the way you like to open up from the top seat position.
Oh, especially, because, you've been waiting for over an hour and a half to come over here and bowl, and all kinds of thoughts and feelings going through your mind, and Brian Voss is taking a little extra time. That clock is ticking on him, although he asked for a re-rack, so actually it won't start until the pins come back up now. But anyway, you get those first 2 frames and strike right away, then you can get into the rhythm of the game.
We could see something special here in the final game.
Brian looking at the rack. Watch how long he stays right behind this ball. Not a lot of side turn, but heavy lift with the fingers. And you see the finish on that. Brian's into this match. He is thinking, Joshua, this one's for you.
Trying for the double, and again the 6-pin around the 10.
And he was looking at the 10 all the way. Brian, who has not lost a game on television this year, Denny, he's 5-0.
He's made 2 quality shots on lane 19, and he shot 300 in the 3rd round this week. Probably didn't throw the shots any better than those 2.
Interesting, too. And then his first shot in the 10th frame against Tony wasn't that good and did strike, so.
Waited around for a moment to make sure that the sphere stayed on the surface.
Never a doubt.
$21,000 for first. If you lose this match, it's a $12,000 payday.
Tony Westlake took home $7,500. Not a lot of enthusiasm for Scott Devers. He just keeps throwing strikes. Now, Scott, who feels like he's not getting the recognition because of his style. But see at the top now, right here. It goes right straight through. He doesn't look any different than anybody else right there. And watch the follow-through. Right straight through it at that point. He's as accurate as anybody on the tour.
And with the back ends the way they are right now, that ball's hitting awful hard.
And, oh, I thought he was going to get it. That other pin held it up.
First errant shot of the 4. It looks like if Scott sets it a little short, it'll run high.
Well, there's not a lot of area for either player right now.
Big break, though, in that he left just the 4-pin. A spare here gives him a 19-pin lead. For Brian Voss, though, he's probably thinking, well, thank goodness the streak ended at 3. If I come up here and throw a double, I can get his attention.
I'm not out of the match. I mean, he could be 30 pins down stepping up here. As it is, he's 19 down.
been in this situation many times, so he knows what he has to do.
Good speed. Well, now I just got to get that 10 pin on. See, what happens, though, in a player's mind many times, Dan, is they make those quality shots and they think, well, I've got to do something just a little bit different to get that 10 pin out, and then there's real trouble. So he just needs to throw the same shot that he's been throwing on this lane. Gave him more room.
Watched it all the way and then has a little point, a little taunt of the finger there at the 10 pin. Jerry Ray, the proprietor here at Highland Lanes, and of course he's the president of Family Sports Centers, and they own 4 bowling centers in the greater Austin area.
Great supporter of the PBA. That's high again.
Now watch, if we could see the replay of this one, do you see how quickly Devers was up at the line? They almost stood straight up on that shot.
And you see what happens when you do that, Dan. When you don't stay down with that shot, the ball doesn't go on line. And right here, if he misses by a little bit, the ball's not going in the 1-2. Not an easy spare. Although he's a very good spare shooter. Misses it, and Brian Voss takes the lead sitting on the bench.
Amazing. The picture of confidence came out and threw 3 of the best shots that you could hope to throw in a title situation, and then made an errant shot in the 4th, and then this miscue in the 5th.
On the outside, and the 4-pin goes right around the 7. Sometimes you can luck out and make it that way. Scott didn't get the break. More speed.
Catches the wall shot in the 6th, but the damage has already been done.
Scott not happy with himself. 2 errant shots there right through the heart of the pins both times, but missing the spare. That's a big thing.